Hi, Dr. Young, faculty. I just want to thank you for being here today and listening to my capstone presentation. I'm going to start out with my research, my action research project. My action research project was on reading intervention in the middle school level through close reading and strength training literacy blocks. This is conducted at Mumford Middle School during 2016 and 2017 school year. Why did we choose reading? Reading proficiency is considered the foundational skill for all learning, and the majority of 6th and 7th grade students at Mumford Middle School are not meeting or exceeding proficiency levels in reading on the ACT Aspire. According to the ACT Aspire, our 6th grade cohort decreased in readiness from 2015 to 2016 by 17% in reading. Our CIP, our continuous improvement goal for the year, was set at that 49% of all 7th graders would at least score ready or exceeding in reading by the end of the school year. STAR 360. We used the STAR 360 test to measure our reading scores throughout the school year. STAR rating scores make a prediction of student achievement on the ACT Aspire. The STAR rating scores and the ACT Aspire scores correlate. So if a student's scoring 525 in 6th grade, they'll show up as more than likely they'll be in need of support on the ACT Aspire test. And that goes all the way up to exceeding at 993. They would be showing up as exceeding in 6th grade. The subjects that this study focused on were 143 students in 6th grade and 129 7th grade students. Male and female breakdown's pretty even. We are our school is about 75% white, 25% African American. We are a Title I school, so we are considered a school in poverty. All right, so our intervention. We call this strength training intervention. Each day, we have a strong theme at Mumford Middle School. So each day we had strength training intervention. It was 20 minutes each day. On Monday, we had a large group close reading strategy. The entire class participated in this strategy. We would go through the passage 3 separate times. The teacher would read through the passage, or everyone would read silently through the passage one time. Second time, students would read through, they would annotate the text. Third time, teacher would go through that text with them and would discuss annotations, discuss words we didn't understand. Now, once that was done, once we took our first STAR test, STAR test gives us a scaled score for the students, and the Lexile measurement. So we took the Lexile measurement of our students, and we broke the class up into 4 different groups for the week. So depending on what your scaled score on is what group you would fall into. We took the Lexile measurement, we used ReadWorks to download passages that were at that student's reading level, well actually slightly above that student's reading level. And we had close reading strategies in small groups at a back table for 20 minutes each week. The other students during this time used, they did independent reading for those 3 days. If they weren't at the back table, they weren't doing large group instruction. Those students, that was measured by using reading tests to make sure they were reading what they say they're reading. All right, so STAR testing, it takes place 4 main times. We take it 3 times at the beginning for baseline testing. That gives us a score on average of where the student stands. And then we measure growth in the fall, winter, and spring. Then we have final testing in April. All right, now, the role of RTI in this, we use STAR to give us our students that should be placed on RTI. The role in this, that baseline test from STAR, that establishes Tier 2 students, students that placed Students that place low on the Aspire test, they're placed in Aspire reading classes. Students read additionally 15 minutes each day with a research-based intervention program, and they also use programs such as IXL and Compass Learning. All right, 6th grade baseline test. So here's where we find out if we made any improvements during the school year. In the baseline test of 6th grade, 17% were exceeding, 30% were ready, 59% of our students were close, and 29% were showing in need of support. So exceeding plus ready here was 35% of our students. And what we concluded at the end of the year with the students. Well, one thing, the test changes throughout the school year. We move from, it's a moving target. So if your score is 829 to be exceeding at the beginning of the year, it's not going to be that at the beginning of the year. The test moves as the student grows. So students that were exceeding at the end of the year had to score a 929. 14% scored that or above. 30% of students scored 718 or above and made them ready. So our exceeding plus our ready students grew to 44%. Now we'll look at 7th grade. At the beginning of the year, we had 12% of our students scoring exceeding, and we had 33% of our students scoring ready, 48% at close, and 7% in need of support. So it was 42% exceeding plus ready at the beginning of the school year. At the end of the school year, our exceeding plus ready ended up being 50%, 13% at exceeding, 37% at ready, 35% at close, and 7% in need of support. So the conclusions on this. Using close reading strategies. 6th grade moved from 35 to 44% in exceeding or ready. In 7th grade, students moved from 42% to 50% in exceeding or ready. So we made some around 8 to 9 percentage points of improvement in each grade level, moving to the next level. Now, as far as the Alabama Standards for Instructional Leadership, vision and mission, as a school, I had to create a vision for our teachers to improve reading, instructional capacity, improved instructional capacity for our teachers by implementing close reading. All teachers did this: math, science, social studies. So everybody had to be trained in this. And that also includes Standard 3, community of care for students. This shows that we're trying to create an atmosphere with the strength training that goes along with our strong theme. We're creating a community of care that students know that they're involved, know they're supported in their work. Professional culture for teachers and staff. We had multiple trainings throughout the year, and that also goes with Standard 9. We had a culture where teachers know that we're there to make improvements and we're there to grow. Equity and cultural responsiveness. We're responding to our students. We've had a culture of low expectations outside the classroom that we're making improvements on. And Standard 11, continuous school improvement. We're showing growth in everything that we do. Our school is showing growth as seen by the scores here. All right, the second part of my presentation is on diversity issues in education. During this class, we created a diversity plan. The class was based on Ruby K. Payne's book. So this plan is created to start off at the beginning of the year and move through the school year. So this would be the beginning of a school-wide change. Year 1 will focus on teacher learning and the implementation of the diversity plan. The plan is going to address student needs through classroom instruction, supports, and professional development for our faculty. The objectives of the plan: promote academic achievement among students, increase academic achievement, safe and healthy learning atmosphere, access to support systems for all of our students, and reduce disparities among all of the students. All right, professional development. Throughout the year, we're going to have embedded professional development. In August, we're going to focus on the role of language and story. September, hidden roles among classes. October, role models and emotional resources. November, support systems. And December, instruction and achievement. So by the end of the first semester, we will have gone through the entire book study. All right, so implementation. Teachers are going to have to develop lessons for teaching formal and casual language registry. Teachers are also going to complete a self-assessment based on poverty and how we as teachers view the world. And we're going to go on to create a mentorship program to develop long-term relationships. We're going to have goal-setting meetings at the beginning of each 9 weeks period. Creation of a support system. In this support system, we're going to include our close reading strategies that we discussed in my action research project. We're going to have student-led parent conferences at the end of each 9-week period. Our guidance counselor is going to provide classroom survival skills for each teacher to teach weekly. And we're going to review our hiring practices to ensure that our staff are as diverse as our student, at least as diverse as our student population. All right, we're going to continuously reflect on this throughout the year and then at the end of the year. We're going to use built-in professional development to continuously teach instructional interventions. And we're going to have PD monthly in the second half of the year. It's going to be focused on strategies from the AHA Process Incorporated website. Now, as far as the standards for instructional leadership, vision and mission, of course, this shows that we do have a vision, we have a mission for our school is going forward. Instructional capacity, we're improving the instructional capacity of our teachers and the instruction that we're giving our students. Standard 3, instruction in general for our teachers. Improving instruction for our students. We're setting high goals and standards for them. Community of care for our students. The community of care for our students goes back to classroom survival skills, student-led conferences, school-wide close reading strategies. And down to equity and cultural responsiveness. It speaks for itself for equity and cultural responsiveness. We're trying to respond to the needs of our students and the different cultures and environments that they're coming from. And continuous skill improvement, we are continuing with our skill improvement. And this is just part of that process. So again, I'd like to thank you for having me today. Allow me to present my capstone presentation. Thank you very much.